Hello friends, today we are trying to do the Tea Rose slip over pattern by Retro Claude. So I left a comment on a video that somebody recently liked, and that video was on Retro Claude's Tea Rose knit video that she found a vintage beginner friendly pattern for like a bulky weight yarn, and vintage patterns aren't necessarily known for being super beginner friendly, so I commented on it just like, as a beginner knitter, I might need to try this out. So even though I left that comment months ago, like, it brought back into my zeitgeist that maybe I should try this. Maybe that's my next cast on. So the kid had a bunch of doctor's appointments today, and I did cast it on. This is about maybe an hour and a half of work. I did the ribbing in like the size small, and how many rows am I up to? I did the first increase row, then the purl row, and I am on row 14 after that. It didn't say how many rows, but in the tension it says that for 4 inches you should be using 12 rows. In the directions it's giving you measurements, and in the tension it gave kind of that conversion, so I'm basing the measurement off of the tension. Yeah, the directions are work stockinette stitch, stocking stitch, 1 row knit, 1 row purl until it measures 12 inches. Once again, I'm gonna go back to the tension and say that I probably am gonna need 34 rows. I think though that today my creative endeavors, while I still feel like wearing my glasses, I'm probably going to do a little bit of computer editing things, and then I think that I am very close to finishing a crocheted blanket, so I will probably put this down and keep this as kind of like a travel project because it's relatively mobile. So I'm going to pack this back up in my little travel project bag and work on some home projects while I am home. I did rewatch the Retro Claude video in the middle of my making process and kind of assessed that some of the things that she said that she was a little confused with the pattern, they remained in the pattern. So definitely check out her video because she will explain kind of her thought process and everything. But once again, because she's an experienced knitter, she's coming at it from an I know what I'm talking about method, and I am coming at it from, is this actually beginner friendly method? So I think when we last left off, I said that I was going to do 34 to 36 rows of stockinette. I did my math slightly incorrectly. I was correct in thinking that I needed to have a 36 stitches total to get the length that I wanted, the 1 foot length, but I forgot to count in the 12 stitches that I did for the ribbing, so I did 24 stitches, realized, this is already a foot long, and then realized my mistake. We did the commence open work pattern. Instructions were pretty easy for that one. Then neck opening. I did the slip one knit to end for 3 rows. Then I did the slit one knit 15, cast off 10 stitches for neck. I already have dinner on the stove. I already did laundry. I don't think that I have any chores. I think I have some knitting time. In the Retro Claude video, she said that she would recommend using some circular needles instead of the, I think, plastic or metal needles that she got off of eBay. And I thrifted a bunch of yarn, and in the yarn bag was a pair of 1/2 inch wooden Bernat needles. And I think one of the reasons why her hands were getting so fatigued was because the material of the knitting needles. I think that the wooden ones that I used were a lot lighter than the plasticky metal ones that she used, but she said to alleviate a little bit of the stress, because it was really wearing her out, was to use circulars instead of the big heavy needles. My disability manifests differently. We both found different solutions how to work with it. Side note, we're dealing with a rheumatoid arthritis flare-up with this. That was not fun. Making is hard. It's easy and it's hard. Just some advice for crafters and makers, especially like people who deal with their hands a lot, like knitting and crochet. I would definitely suggest looking up some hand stretches and strengthening exercises. It's just taking care of yourself, and taking care of yourself is good for your craft, good for your mental health, and it just all flows in together, so take care of yourself as well. Well, the directions said to block then sew, but I actually sewed then blocked. That is a bag of birthday presents, by the way. I sewed it, gave it its little bath, wrung it out with a towel, had it go around in the dryer without any heat for 20 minutes. That was on Tuesday. Today is Friday and it's still damp. Been literally days and it's still damp. And I don't want it to get like moldy. It doesn't smell or anything, but I think that I'm gonna have to throw it into the dryer, maybe on low heat. There is wool in it. It's like an 80-20 blend of acrylic and wool. So hopefully that does not smudge it up. It is Saturday. I did put it on a short low heat cycle in the dryer, and I feel like it got like 90% dry. So I laid it back into the bathtub and it's still not dry. Yes, it is 40 degrees and raining outside, so that might have something to do with it. It's extremely humid today. It's been extremely humid all week. But yeah, the bulky yarn is still not dry. Oh, and as a little testament to how long this is taking to dry and how quick it made up, I made a little vest version. This took 1.5 balls, so I thought that if I omitted the sleeves, then I could do a little vest version, so I'm gonna try that on now. Obviously this one has not been blocked yet because that is still technically drying from being blocked, but which one do you like better? Do you like the vest version or the long sleeve version? I feel like this is still a little frumpy on me. This is not the sleeve part. This is still the body before they had you make the sleeves. It just pokes out that much, and I'm not in love with that. Let me know what you think down in the comments, because I don't think I'm loving it. I don't think that I hate this, but I don't particularly like it. I'll probably keep this in my closet just to see if I will wear it, because I mean, I thought that it would be a good layering piece. What if I put it in the washer and intentionally in hot water and intentionally shrunk it up a bit? Would that help? Do I want to risk it? Because it would be a little bit filthy, which means that it would be warmer, but I don't know. Let me know if you have tried this pattern, what you think of bulky weight patterns, and if you think that I should give another one a go. Let me know down below with any questions, comments, or concerns. New videos should be out on Fridays, not every Friday though, so if I were you, I would hit the like button, subscribe, and that bell icon so you know when I actually do post. Like always, stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time. Bye!